Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to part 2 of the electrical. If you remember from last time, we were waiting for the battery. So we're gonna knock out the battery, the fuel pressure sensor, the O2 sensor, and something else I forgot. So with that being said, let's regulate and authenticate. Now's the time, boys. Let's do this. I hope Jaden doesn't crack it. Wait. Wait. Lift it up. Damn, Daniel. Now it's time for us to do some wiring. Okay, so I have it routed from there all the way up around here and here, and it needs to plug into here. So what I'm gonna do is try to tuck it up and under there, make it cleaner. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what I did. I put a piece of tape under here. I traced this out, and then I cut it out, put it here, and I cut it, and I already painted it so that it won't rust and stuff. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit and then pull the harness up, and we got wipers. So I got the wiper motor bolted down. Check this out. I was able to find a brand new cowl. I'm gonna open that up. It's only me here right now because Jaden's at school, so I'm gonna have to put you guys down and then open it. By the way, in case you guys needed the part number, there it is. That, guys. Look at that. Nothing beats brand new OEM, guys.
These couple bolts right here, and I don't know if you guys can see. Hopefully not. Hopefully this isn't dark. And then we can get to the back of there and then pull this thing off of these areas. There's a diagram showing where.
Look at that.
Alright guys, so I'm getting
you guys think?
in here, so I'm going clockwise from the 12 position here. So I'm just going right there clockwise.
Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do the wiring for the fuel pump. Alright, so we got this radium kit. I don't know what it comes with, but we about to find out together. This is the DIY fuel pump wiring. Of course, we're gonna be extra and do some of our stuff. So it comes with this relay, fuse, and then butt connectors, sticker, and then this a bunch of wires. Of course, you know, we're going to be extra and put some Raychem heat shrink on this. Ow. Okay. So let's get started. On the radium kit, they give us this 5-pin relay. We only need 4. So this middle one right here is a constant, which will always have power drawing to it, so we're not gonna need that. So we're gonna have to remove this center one right here. Pull this boot back, that way you can push the wire up and out, okay? Because the wires, they pull down. This is gonna be our ground. The black is our ground, and the blue OEM 12 volt trigger. And then these are interchangeable. So one goes to the 12 volt battery and the other one goes to the fuel pump positive. So fuel pump positive, fuel pump negative, and then battery, and then trigger. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to mount this as cleanly as possible, but I want to keep it all inside here. Okay guys, this is as clean as I could get it. I did a 3-pin connector here. I got the 2 grounds going into one here, one from the relay and then an extension, so it goes into the OEM one. And then I got the 12 volt to the battery, and then the signal to the OEM yellow green line. And then this goes back into here. I have no idea what this is. I think it's for the charcoal canister maybe. So we're gonna do a bunch of random stuff, like extend the wiring for the fuel pressure sensor. And then also, I found this on Amazon. See that? 170 pieces. And they fit all these holes in the engine bay. Look at that. Plug them all up. Oh, nope, they fit. Look at that. All the OEM grommets. Look how much better the engine bay looks already. Crap. Okay, let's see how we want to mount this. Like so. Alright, finally got it in. Had to move the holes a little bit to make sure they fit in. I vape, but I don't drive Subaru. Alright, now let's terminalize these.
Alright guys, so this is what we got now.
This goes to the fuse box. This one goes to the starter. Alright guys, so that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the ground wire and then the rest of the wiring. It's like 1 o'clock already, so peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We went from this to this. Okay, so I think the best place for the ground is actually right here. As you guys know, we usually use like the AEM pressure sensors, but I found out about these Futech ones. I looked at them and they look identical to like the Bosch style sensors. And it's very high quality, and it was actually $30 cheaper than the AEM ones. Look at it. And this goes up to 300 PSI too. So I wanted to give this a shot, see how it goes. We have fuel pressure sensor. Oh yeah, baby. I like that. This one, y'all, boy. I think I want to tuck this behind here though. It's pretty good too. What? So our next order of business is this flex fuel. And I gotta figure out a way to get it cleanly over there. Well, I'm gonna go under the car and then I'll show you guys when I come back up. So I got the flex fuel ran. Put a little zip tie with the clip right here and ran it under the subframe and into the E85 sensor. I want to finally do the electrical wiring for the fans. While we have the intake manifold out, I might as well, and then that way we can take the radiator out and paint the brackets and put it in for its final time. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of this janky sleeving that's used on these that come on these fans. They're hard and I want to put our standard ray cam on here, so that's what I am going to do. I've been contemplating for the last like half an hour on how I want to mount the relays. At first, initially, I wanted to do it like that, and then, because you guys know how I am with drilling holes, so I want to retain or reuse as many of the existing holes as we can. So these holes right here are perfect on each side. So I mean, why would you drill another hole? The initial plan was to have it sit like that and then have these go in here and then have them come out here and kind of do like a little rainbow loop and then go down. But then I was thinking that I'm gonna have to take the radiator out later to paint these brackets so they don't rust up. You guys remember we made those brackets when we installed the radiator. So I was thinking about it and I'm like, dude, if I have to take that off, it's gonna get stuck and caught right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount them like that, and then I'm gonna do the DTM plugs from here to here, so that way we can just disconnect it on both sides, then pull the radiator out if we ever need to. And then this is a perfect ground spot already, so they're all gonna ground to here, and then comes down into this fan wiring, pre-existing fan wiring. So let's get on with it. Okay, step 2 complete. Okay, I goofed earlier and I forgot to put the fuse in here, so I got that mounted. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the DTMs on here. So I think we can put these in for now. Okay, ground is in. Now everything is done. I just need to run power to this, and then run this one to this connector. Go there, and put the DTMs on here. So it's gonna go like that. Okay. I'm gonna knock that out real quick. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, and I love you guys. Authenticity is king.